Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to SimpleSpeak English. I'm Mark, and wherever you are right now, maybe sitting on your sofa, maybe driving to work, maybe walking under the sky, we are truly happy that you chose to spend a few minutes with us today.
Hi everyone, I'm Lily. And before we begin, just take one slow breath with us, in and out. Let your body relax a little, because today's conversation is going to be easy, natural, and friendly.
Yes, today we are practicing something very practical, how to talk about yesterday, last week, and childhood in simple English that feels real.
And don't worry about grammar too much. We're just talking like two friends, and you are part of the conversation.
And if you enjoy learning this way, please subscribe to SimpleSpeak English and write a comment telling us where you are listening from. We love hearing from you.
All right, Mark, let's start simple. What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday was quiet. I woke up a little earlier than usual, and for a few seconds I didn't know what day it was. You know that feeling?
Yes, when your brain is still sleeping.
Exactly. Then I remembered it was a normal weekday, so I slowly got out of bed, made coffee, and stood in the kitchen looking outside the window, just thinking about the day.
That sounds peaceful. Sometimes mornings are the calmest part of the day.
Yes. Then I worked for a few hours, answered emails, prepared lessons, and around lunchtime I felt hungry and tired at the same time.
What did you eat?
I made something very simple, just rice and vegetables, nothing fancy, but it felt good to cook at home.
Home food always feels comforting.
In the evening, I called an old friend. We hadn't spoken for a few weeks, and we talked about small things, work, life, plans. It was simple, but nice.
Sometimes simple conversations are the best ones.
What about you? What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday, I stayed home most of the day. I cleaned a little, organized my desk, and found some old papers from years ago.
Oh, really? What kind of papers?
Old school notes, and when I saw my handwriting from that time, I laughed. It looked so different.
That is funny. Handwriting changes as we grow.
Yes, and after that, I went to the supermarket because I needed milk, and I met a neighbor there, and we talked for 15 minutes about nothing important.
Those random conversations make the day interesting.
Exactly. So everyone listening, you can say, yesterday I stayed home. Yesterday I worked. Yesterday I met a friend. Very simple.
Yes, just use past tense. I woke up, I went, I saw, I talked.
Now let's move to last week. Mark, what did you do last week?
Last week was a little busy. I had many small tasks, nothing dramatic, but many little things to finish.
Sometimes small tasks feel bigger than one big task.
That's true. I also started reading a new book last week, and I was very excited at the beginning, but after 3 days, I forgot to continue reading.
That happens to me all the time.
Yes, motivation comes and goes.
Last week, I visited my parents, and we had dinner together. My mother cooked my favorite dish, and I felt like a child again for a moment.
Food can bring back childhood feelings.
Yes, and my father told an old story from when I was young, and I said, "Please don't tell that story again," but he told it anyway.
Parents love repeating stories.
Yes, and secretly, I like hearing them again.
So, listeners, try saying, last week I... Finish the sentence.
Or say, I used to. For example, I used to climb trees. I used to draw pictures. I used to watch cartoons every morning.
Or, I remember. I remember my first bicycle. I remember my first friend. I remember feeling excited on my birthday.
The past is full of stories, and you don't need perfect English to share them. You just need a little courage and a little patience with yourself.
Yes, and sometimes when we talk about the past, we understand ourselves better because we see how much we have changed.
Do you think you are very different from the child you were?
In some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. I am more responsible now. I pay bills, I wake up early, I think about the future, but inside, I still feel like that little boy sometimes.
In what way?
I still get excited about small things, like when I buy a new notebook or when I hear my favorite song. I still feel that childlike joy.
That's beautiful. I think we all still carry our childhood inside us, even if we don't always notice it.
Do you remember your favorite cartoon when you were young?
Oh, yes. I used to wake up very early on weekends, not because I was responsible, but because I wanted to watch cartoons before my parents woke up.
That is dedication.
Yes, and I remember sitting very close to the TV with a bowl of cereal, completely focused, like it was the most important event of the day.
And now, if you wake up early, it's probably because of work, not cartoons.
Exactly. Life changes.
I used to believe that adults had everything figured out, that they understood life completely.
And now?
Now I know that adults are still learning, still confused sometimes, still trying their best.
That's such an important realization. Growing up doesn't mean knowing everything, it just means learning how to handle not knowing.
Very true. And listeners, you can practice saying, when I was a child, I thought, for example, when I was a child, I thought teachers lived at school.
Oh, yes. I used to think teachers slept in the classroom.
That would be a very long workday.
Children have very funny ideas about the world.
I remember I thought the moon followed me because whenever we drove at night, the moon was always in the sky above our car.
That's such a sweet memory.
And when I learned that the moon does not follow me personally, I felt slightly disappointed.
It's okay. It still feels like it sometimes.
Yes, and that is the beauty of childhood. Imagination is strong, logic is not always necessary.
Mark, what was something you were afraid of as a child?
Oh, I was afraid of the dark, especially when I had to walk down a long hallway at night. My imagination created many monsters.
I was afraid of loud thunder. When it rained heavily, I used to hide under a blanket.
And now?
Now, I still don't like loud thunder, but I don't hide under a blanket anymore.
That's growth.
Yes, growth is sometimes just staying calm in situations that used to scare us.
Listeners, try saying, when I was a child, I was afraid of maybe spiders, maybe darkness, maybe speaking in front of class.
And then say, now I feel, for example, now I feel braver, or now I am not afraid anymore.
Talking about change is powerful.
Mark, what did you do last Sunday?
Last Sunday, I stayed home most of the day. I tried to clean my room, but I ended up looking at old photos on my phone instead.
That is a classic mistake.
Yes, I opened one photo and then I saw another, and suddenly 1 hour passed.
Photos are like little time machines.
Exactly. I saw a photo from 5 years ago and I looked different. My hair was different, my style was different.
Did you laugh?
Yes, I asked myself, why did I think that hairstyle was a good idea?
We all have moments like that.
Yes, and it's good to laugh at ourselves.
Last Sunday, I went for a long walk, and while walking, I thought about my childhood neighborhood and how small it feels now compared to how big it felt back then.
That's interesting. Places feel smaller when we grow up.
Yes, because our perspective changes.
So, everyone listening, you can practice like this. Last Sunday, yesterday, when I was a child,
Add feelings, add small details. For example, yesterday I felt tired but happy. Or when I was a child, I felt excited on my birthday.
Speaking of birthdays, what was your favorite birthday memory?
When I was 8 years old, I had a small party at home with balloons, a simple cake, and a few friends, and I remember feeling like the happiest person in the world.
Sometimes simple celebrations are the most memorable.
Yes, happiness doesn't need to be expensive.
That's a very good sentence.
You can repeat it if you want.
Happiness doesn't need to be expensive.
Exactly.
Before we finish, let's ask our listeners one more question. What is one small memory that still makes you smile?
It doesn't need to be big. Maybe it's a smell, a song, a place, a person.
And try to describe it in English, slowly, clearly, without fear.
Because every time you speak about your life in English, you are building confidence.
And remember, progress is not loud. Sometimes it is quiet, like this conversation.
We are very proud of you for staying with us until the end.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to SimpleSpeak English.
Leave a comment and tell us about your yesterday, your last week, or your childhood.
Your stories matter.
Keep speaking slowly.
Keep practicing every day.
And we will see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.